you have to, there's certain things that you might not want to do, but you do them for the betterment of society. And it's always a tough thing when you do a purging.
For a while now, people have been receiving some strange ads on YouTube. Following the links from these ads would bring them to videos that are much like the ones that we just witnessed. Let's check out what one of these ads looks like.
You don't have to be a VIP to get more than just savings with Geico. Every customer gets tip-top service with 24/7 fast.
Oh, sorry, did I interrupt your ad? You should be following Derrik Thompson instead of participating in market consumerism.
I left this ad exactly how it was, besides at the end, I lowered the audio a little bit. That shit blew out my ears when I first listened to it. Other than that, the ad is untouched. Before I get this one started, I need to warn you guys, my voice is a little bit messed up. I've just been done being sick, and I am losing my voice, and sometimes it hurts to talk. But, as we learned from my Darkest TV Moments video, like when Tommy Cooper had his heart attack, the show must go on. So, here we go. I only have so much time to make videos, and this is my time. So I'm gonna power through it. If you were fortunate enough to see one of these ads and then click on it, it would bring you to Derrik Thompson, a channel engulfed in mystery. Sorting this channel from oldest to newest, you'll see that there was a batch of videos all uploaded 2 years ago, and then there was a huge break in time, and then there was another video uploaded. For the sake of this video, I'll be referring to this first batch of videos as Season 1, and you'll see how that plays in later.
Derrik Thompson here, and I just wanted to let you know that I am always here for you. And, I hope I give you a sense of belonging, because, that's my goal, is to make sure that you feel like you're wanted, because you are. You all are. Everyone watching this right now is wanted, and I want everyone to feel that connection between you and I. So, you can always reach out to me, because my email is DerrickThompson4640.
As we watch the first video, we can see a man standing in the dark who we can assume is Derrik Thompson. Then he introduces himself as that. He's talking to the camera and stating how he is there for you, stating that that's the purpose of his channel, so that he can be there for you and have a sense of purpose, before abruptly stopping his speech and just staring at the camera awkwardly. Sometimes he looks angry, and other times he smiles menacingly. Definitely an odd character. Now, if you've watched my channel before, you know as soon as I watched these videos, the alarm bells went off in my head, and I told myself analog horror or ARG. But what exactly is it? Let's look at a couple more of the videos, and you'll see just how uncanny this man acts. When we head into the video called Be Yourself, things only get weirder.
You saw my last video, you'll know that I care about each and every single one of you. Of course, always. But something I didn't touch on in my last video was the fact that you should always be yourself. Never forget that. People don't want to see a facade. They don't want to see what you think they want to see. They want to see who you truly are. And that's the point of this channel, is for you to feel comfortable. And I didn't touch on that in my last video because I didn't,
As Derrik begins to tell us about how you can be yourself and how he didn't touch on it in his last video, he seems to have what I think is some type of break. He screams to himself in his hands, and then he gets a big smile at the camera and continues to talk about how you need to be yourself. This pattern continues for the next few videos with him giving some positive advice and then having nervous breaks throughout. Something doesn't change until we get to this video that is titled with just a comma and has a grainy thumbnail. Upon first entry of this video, it looks to be nothing. Also, there is no audio within this video, but it isn't quite as it seems. Here's the crazy part about this part, guys, is that I almost never watch YouTube with subtitles, ever. But one night I was watching in my living room, which is pretty close to my daughter's bedroom, and she was sleeping. Also, my wife and the baby were sleeping, so I didn't want to, especially with Derrik Thompson's videos, which abruptly spike in audio a lot, I didn't want to wake anybody up in the house, so I had it on like one volume on my TV, which is not usually where I'm watching these videos. I'm usually watching with my headphones here at my desk, but for some reason I was laying on the couch watching it up there, and I had the subtitles on just because I didn't want to disturb anybody, and it just so happened that that was what it took to solve this part of the ARG, because if you watch this video with subtitles, then you get some answers. Well, I don't know about answers, but you get something more than just the silence that the video is. If you watch that video with subtitles, it will pop up pretty early on, drenched in sin, tainted with pain, the crimson stain, a mark of disdain, a life forced, drain the child thud, a dark poem about blood. I'm not going to read the rest of this, and in fact, it's a little bit cringy if you ask me, like somebody just started learning how to write black metal lyrics, but it tells you that something dark and creepy is going on here. But I think doing the closed captions subtitle thing like this tells us immediately that it's an ARG without anybody ever even having to come out and say it. If we look further down on Season 1, we can see a video that is titled in a different language. And when we click on that, Derrik Thompson seems a little bit different than he did before.
My children, the followers of Derrik Thompson, we have talked about how great homicide is, and I have now that you're here, I think it's time you start your first.
We get a more menacing, deep voice. We also get a little bit of a jump scare. And that's where I think I was kind of turned off by this entire series. I hate when they decide to just explode your ears out instead of doing anything actually scary. Derrik Thompson plays a decent character, but we don't need the jump scares in our ears like that. Also, the title translates from Greek to say the leader will rise, so I'm guessing here that Derrik Thompson thinks that he's the leader of us, or is trying to start some type of cult. There are really only two more big moments that happen during Season 1 of this thing, and one of the things is that he actually includes a number, and I'll give that a call for you guys just so you can see what happens when you call that number.
Hey, Gabe. I'm glad everything's going well with the new promotion. How you doing? Oh, awesome. Yes. This is the best fucking voicemail you ever heard.
When I originally called that number, when I first watched the series, I got 2 voicemails, but when I was recording this, I called like 6 times and I could only get 1 voicemail, so not very helpful. But there's the 1 voicemail, which hopefully you guys could hear. Even when you're listening on the phone, it's super grainy. Give the number your call yourself, and you'll be able to hear it just fine. The last real significant thing to happen is that on his video World Domination, he allows comments for the first time since his first 2 videos. And in these comments, there's only 1 comment This comment states that they're our lead investigator and will keep keeping a thread open, and if you click on their channel, the videos on there are quite interesting. The only videos across this entire channel are videos claiming to be interviews with Derrik Thompson, but if you watch these almost hour-long in total videos, it's just Derrik Thompson talking into a camera. There is no interview or anything happening. And this leads me to believe that Derrik Thompson actually owns this channel. Although that reasoning will be confirmed later on. You'll see what I'm talking about. You see, the channel would go quiet for a year before coming back only a few months ago and uploading a ton of music videos and random videos with just images with backing tracks. However, one of the videos that was uploaded after this period was actually a clip straight from one of those interviews, uploaded straight to this channel. More reason than you need to believe that he owns both of those accounts. And that's when Season 2 would take off, still ongoing, but at this point we all know it's an ARG. You see, Derrik Thompson has come out on Reddit and on Twitter to tell everybody and confirm that this is just an acting art piece, which I think we could have guessed from the start.
Hey everybody, Derrik Thompson here. Let's see, actually, got a couple of concepts that we're going to explore a little further in this video. Firstly, there's a lot of, I think an important concept that we haven't actually gotten into is, I'm actually going to use the back of the page here, the concept of, now that we talked about obedience in the past, Derrik Thompson here. I just wanted to talk about a little concept called it's kind of like, to put it in the most simplest context, purging is kind of like, when somebody might, it's almost like, let's take World War II, for example, and when the Nazis were defeated and Hitler killed himself.
Throughout both Season 1 and Season 2, Derrik Thompson plays a brilliant character, and in Season 2 he definitely has improved his character and the entertainment value. I don't know if this was meant to be an ARG because he had Morse code in his descriptions and he did the whole phone number thing, but I didn't really see a puzzle to be solved or anything like that, so just the interaction part, I suppose. But it works so much better as just like an obscure internet horror piece, and I definitely encourage you guys to go check it out. He also has some of the most bizarre ads you'll ever see on YouTube.
You know, it's funny when you watch this ad.
And the character that he plays could just make people feel super uncomfortable just because of how awkward he is when he acts like that.
There's an old saying that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But sometimes you don't need the of my enemy part of that equation. One of the interesting things that has come about in the past few months is the acquisition of Eric.
Going through this, it sort of reminded me of the guy I covered a while back called The Crooked King, and actually I did an interview with him, which was kind of interesting. I was kind of thinking, what if I try to get both of these guys together to do an interview on my channel? Would that be something you guys are interested in? You should definitely let me know in the comments if you guys would watch that, because I might try to arrange that. That would be kind of crazy to have these two, especially these two, interact with each other. Oh man, that would be crazy. You know, I don't cover a lot of channels like this on my channel just because I feel like it should be experienced by the viewer, by you guys, for yourself. So as much as I loved to cover this and talk about it, I don't want to go too in depth because there's a lot here for you guys to explore, and it's pretty entertaining to watch yourself, kind of like watching a movie. So I just want to show you guys the highlighted bits of what makes it interesting, and I want you guys to go experience the rest on your own. So that's why I don't go super in depth and why I don't like to cover these types of things all the time on my channel. But hope you guys enjoy this one. Put in the comments, there was a ghost behind you the entire video. Did you even notice? That'll be good. See ya.